Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm going to rant about this. From Variety, Velma is officially a lesbian in the new Scooby-Doo film, years after James Gunn and more tried to make her explicitly gay. Let me put it this way, her character originally she was never gay. She never was, she never hinted to that, and only recently, after goddamn fucking retards and the woke cells, imbecilic morons, has she become this. But more importantly, the quality of the cartoon is leaving a lot to be desired, but at least it's not explicitly retarded call-outs like we have seen in some cartoons like Steven's Universe or I don't know, that other garbage that they have out there. I don't even care to... Oh! Thundercats? Was it? And some other cartoon in there that I don't even recall the name. Let's read this. And die a little bit. Inside lose all hope and... something. Velma is officially a lesbian. Well, because why not? Really. Yeah. No, let's face it, it's just something that we should be expecting the current year, you know. $ current year. Variable because it's the only thing they have. Try to appease a demographic that don't usually consume stuff. Fuck me. Right. Clips from the brand new movie Trick or Treat Scoobydoo, which showed the Mystery Inc. member, googly-eyed and speechless when encountering costume designer Coco DiAngelo, have gone viral on Twitter, confirming suspicions that held the Scooby fan base for decades. No, it was never like that. The only problem is that these sheepers, yes, those retards, have tried to rewrite characters because that's how they do. But Velma has never been like that. She even has shown sexual interest on multiple characters. Even, I recall, Johnny Bravo. For multiple years. Them trying to alphabet wash a character is nothing new. It has always been something that they try to do because they cannot create new characters. They cannot create something new. They are creatively bankrupt. They cannot even think for themselves because everything new they create, it's either soulless garbage or it's devoid of creativity. It's like a shadow, a shell of a character. And when they actually try to do something, they actually end up like that. But what I mean, when they try to create something, it's usually race swapping, gender swapping, or alphabet washing because of those problems, because they cannot create anything new. So they go on and do this. And when they do this thing, the alphabet wash a character, or they take what makes a character good, what makes the soul of their character, and distort it to a point that you cannot recognize it. They take out the soul of the character and it becomes just a shell of its former self. And you get, well, you get what we had with He-Man, Masters of the Universe cartoon. We get with Guy Ladriel on Ranks of Power. Those are good examples. Or when you get Jean-Luc Picard with the Picard series. It's not a Picard that I grew up with. Or the new Star Wars, which frankly, it's not even Star Wars anymore. They just destroy it. They are incapable of making anything. Right, so here it is. I think we all know who what I'm going to peddle right now, which is the woke washing list. Block washing, that one is just not a surprise because it's an absurd. By the way, it's on 260 entries. By the way, I wonder how many more entries I'll have to add this before I give up. Anyway, Asian washing, that one is surprisingly tiny. Hispanic washing, brown washing, that one is kind of big. White washing, you would think for 70% of the American population would be large. But surprisingly enough, only 26, and I had to go to 1937 to actually add something to this list. While the others, you see, it's probably only a couple of decades. Gender bender, that one is surprisingly big too. But this one, alphabet washing, Velma has been added to the list. Because why else? These people are creatively bankrupt. These people cannot create anything new. So in other words, this one is always and forever will be known as the Velma, lesbian Velma. Will forever be and will always be not Velma. When we say Velma, we are always going to remember the original Velma. And when we say lesbian Velma, we're gonna remember this garbage of a movie, animated movie that they are making. And the problem is that once you go to Twitter, you die a little because there's a lot of people in there who will not consume this. Hey, you're making this type for the 5% of the American population? I hope they don't cry once this movie fails. Like a certain movie that I'm gonna cover up on my next video, in which they sold it not for straight people, and they were so surprised when straight people did not show up to watch their garbage. Oh well, on that goddamn fucking hell, looking forward for this thing to fail. Have a great fucking night.